club's history. Can you repeat it and tell us why?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think this is probably the toughest road win over here, and we've been talking about it for 2 or 3 years now, that to play finals footy you need to win away from home. No tougher trip than this, and just super proud of the boys' effort tonight. We had a game plan like every week going in, and I felt that we stuck to it for 4 quarters. We took the game on. We knew that their lack of leg speed through the midfield, we could make the most of that if we could get it out on the outside, and we did that. And I felt the pressure was good as well, which allowed us to get them to turn the ball over and slingshot it the other way.
Can it be like a monkey off the back, knocking it over, getting them wins in tough environments?
Yeah, I just think for the belief of the group.
Yeah.
There's one thing talking about it, then to actually go out and put it into action's another thing. And we did that tonight, and there's no doubt that we're going to talk about it this week, that we believe we're good enough to match it with anyone if we play the brand of footy that we want to play. That showed tonight. So we'll enjoy it for the next couple of hours, but then we've got another big game next week.
I guess we can't not ask about Jack. I mean, we talk about Tom Lynch all the time. He's a star, but Martin, we've been waiting, and we've seen glimpses, but he's arrived, hasn't he?
I think so. What's he been insisting about? 3 years? I think it's his 3rd year, and you're right. Obviously he was he would have been a high draft pick. A heap of talent, and I feel the club's been patient with him. He's one of those guys that he's always asking questions, wants to learn, and as you said, we're seeing glimpses. But what did he kick tonight? 4 goals. That's a fantastic effort, and someone up in the forward line that can help Lynchy out.
How do you feel as a midfield now with Lynchy? He's just entered his prime. You've got reliable targets. You've got pressure. It's not sailing back over your head. Does it change the way you play as a midfield?
Without a doubt, we know that when we kick it down to Lynchy, that he's going to give us a contest, whether he's 1-on-1, 1-on-2, 1-on-3. That's what he does. He's a team player. And we spoke about it in a pre-season, trying to make it a little bit easier for him. We're a bit predictable in the way we moved the ball in previous years, and as it showed tonight, we took those 45s, we took some shorter options, and that stops defenders from sagging off, and that was hurting Lynchy in previous years because he was flying against 2 or 3 just about every time. So we're going to continue to improve in that area, and when we do that, I'm sure you're going to see him kick bags of goals.
One final one. They had periods where they clawed back your lead a little bit, and Sons of Old would have got nervous. And it didn't happen, and you were able to stop their momentum every time.
I think that part comes back to that self-belief. I think we were 35 points up at one stage, and that's what we kept saying, that we've done the basics well all game. No one has to do anything special. Just everyone play their role, stick to the basics of football, and we'll get ourselves back out to that lead. And we did. I think it stayed around 25, 30 points for most of the night, and proud of the boys' effort in the last quarter. I think one thing that's changed in the first 2 rounds from previous years is that if we were up going into the last quarter, we tried to protect the lead a bit. We spoke about that at 3-quarter time and said we're going to continue to play the style of football we've been playing for the first 3 quarters. And we've had a good pre-season, and we were confident we can run them off their legs.